Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Dark Elves campaign. So, we've not been doing this one for a little while, so just a quick recap. We are at war with the Orcs up here, the Orc Rogue faction up here, and we are bringing an army up to deal with them. We've got a little Elven invasion here, which we're dealing with, and we have been at war with the Humies down here, but we pushed them back, and we actually recaptured a settlement, which gives us all of this, which is very good. And we're now in a situation to send Marathi back over if needs be. Don't think my garrison's strong enough to push them off, no.
Certainly not.
Okay, that's a lot of dragons. Anyway, we are at an end turn, so let's see what happens next. So, our very southern war here against the humans has actually done quite well. We managed to push them back and force a treaty. I do need to get my invasion of Ulthuan underway. That is the main aim of this campaign at the moment, is getting control of Ulthuan, or at least getting a foothold on there, because if I can get a foothold on Ulthuan, the elves will be will have to focus on that foothold rather than my shorelines itself. It will also buff up my income quite majorly. There's no... that is a horrible army there. Obviously we've got this little elf force here which we do need to come and deal with, so we're going to have to put at least one army ashore to go deal with him. We're going to get one army up north as well, intercepting the orcs and burning through their territory as well. And Marathi is going to move up to her previous position where she can up here, where she can sally over to jump straight over to Ulthuan if needs be, which will really help us out, actually giving her the ability to take on Ulthuan. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so let's see, we're going up to the Bone Clubbers tribe now. And we've got refugees somewhere.
Kill them! We are ready for them.
I can probably win that in a defensive battle, so that's not too bad, especially if I bring up a second army. Right, you are heading up north. You can head straight to here, actually. Oh.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
Set out. Malekith, king of Nag.
Such slaughter awaits.
Okay, so we've pretty much got them pinned. We've got this army here, which is... it's an okay army, it's not my best army, right.
Hag sorceress of blood.
You can sail straight back up here and into here. And we're going to start walling up these places.
The Sunderer.
What do I need? What building do I need to build executioners? So this building, the Temple of Cain, which I don't actually have here, but we can always swap one in. I'm going to start building a Temple of Cain there, which means this place can build all of the top-end infantry. Can't build my cheap infantry, but I can build my top-end infantry. Now this is a very nice shaped army already. I would like to get another black dragon into it, actually, but for now that's fine. Okay, and we've got a level up. I do need to get to this one as quickly as I can. Wow, I can up my relation with Dark Elves and High Elves. I don't think that's really going to help. Speed for certain use. Oh, campaign movement range. Straight up. Always of benefits. 10% extra campaign movement range is always very, very good. So, just tweaking my volume ever so slightly there, guys, because I realised I was probably a little quiet there, so that's why it went off for a second. I'm intrigued as to what's going on in the old world, because those vampire turns seem to be taking quite a time, and I have found that vampires do seem to get quite big and powerful on occasion now. Oh damn!
Draw.
What? I'd have thought he'd have won against them because he's a Black Ark, but he's not a fully recruited Black Ark. Okay, so we're about to start pursuing our war in the north as well. Those New World colonies are actually they've got quite big armies considering their little size. But I think the AI does get a few little buffs to help it out, but there's nothing wrong with that because that does make it a more interesting campaign. Okay, let's see. So we've got Varg and we've got Bone Clubs again. Let's see what they're going to do now. I've landed in their territory. They're not doing anything. They're just raiding up in the north, weirdly. Which does seem to be a really weird, non-beneficial tactic for them.
Dread Lord, I approve of these dark deeds. Rest is for the weak. Advancing.
And we're going to go straight for their capital.
Malekith, King of Nagaroth.
Black-hearted Dread Lord.
Now let's hit him.
Traveling. Setting out.
Die. We will.
And that's that army down. Let's enslave them. Okay, we failed a mission. We've got a mission. Recruit a lord. We've killed Westara.
Dread Lord of Nagaroth.
Alright, and let's start sailing down the coast.
Corsair, make haste.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
Okay.
Favored of the Witch King.
We can't actually recruit anything here, but that's not terrible. Let's just do our usual, building up a few more walls. Let's start leveling up that one. Let's get this one to full. I'm just going to do a little bit of admin basically now, guys. Walls. As you can see, guys, I'm pushing out walls quite heavily first because they obviously give me a lot of buffs. Okay, that's enough for now here.
Lord of Nagaroth.
My Canite Assassin has leveled up again. Who's he with? Who's this one with? Which army? He's in this army. That extra loyalty thing is useful, but I can always wait, you know. Wow, that missile damage. If I buff that up, I will go down this one, but that missile damage is
The
insane.
strong shall prevail.
Yeah, and end turn, guys. Let's see what this army... I'm half expecting this army to start sprinting down at some point, but it seems to just be happy sitting up there raiding. And I'm going to be honest, if they want to just sit up there raiding, I'm more than happy to leave them just sitting up there raiding, because that's not negative to me. That's only a benefit to me. I'm going to clear up the north up here. You know, try and capture all of this place now rather than leaving them in that gap, because I think that was a mistake of mine to leave them in that gap. Because it did mean that I was suffering. As you saw, guys, it meant that I was suffering. You know, well, it didn't mean I was suffering, it meant they attacked me. It's also, you know, they are quite good there. They're kind of heartland territories for me. My only worry is that if I take them, I would prefer to leave an army up there to defend it in case of evasion from the old world. But right now, that's not a problem. To be fair, my biggest enemy threat is probably still Mazamundi. because I think he holds most of Lustria. So he is potentially really powerful. He could also, because in other games I've had, he's pushed over into Araby and the Southlands quite a lot as well. So they're still just raiding up there, which is foolish because I'm about to take their capital. Nice easy also there.
I want it all.
Oh no, I want to keep this place. I'm just occupying it. Alright, we can start double timing it down the coast.
Damn you.
Voyaging.
And we're going to be joined by this other army as we push. And let's do the same thing. Let's do a little bit more leveling up. I don't have enough gold to do much more at the moment. Oh! Oh! That's quite nice. We'll definitely push into that one at some point. Right, which one can we do? We can sacrifice, which buffs up our sorceresses, which is always useful.
Red Lord of Nagara.
And we've got Barsafar has leveled up. He is a sword and crossbow lord. And we're going to push down this red tree to start with as before to buff up my troops, because that will make his army that much more powerful. And let's buff his sorcerer. We've got the Burning Head, which is such a fun spell actually. That's an augment buffing weapon damage and missile damage and adding fire damage to them, which is quite nice too. Especially as having that sorcerer there automatically lowers everybody's words are failing me. Automatically lowers everybody's fire resistance. So actually that's very powerful, guys. That will help me out quite a lot here. Okay. Right, we've still got the Warriors of Chaos somewhere who have invaded, but they are probably dancing around in the old world. They're there. I need to pay attention to them. And they're currently hacking away at Bretonia. I do have a good army up there to deal with them if they do come my way. And this is the thing. Bretonia being up here is weird. I mean, the other thing I could theoretically do is once I've captured all of here, guys, is I could just jump across the sea into the Nausicaan lands, because they are prime Dark Elf territory. But to do that, I will have to face off against Chaos, and I'd prefer to let Chaos spend themselves, let them spend themselves against the old world powers actually, because that way I've got less. I let them burn themselves up on them, which causes more issues and more fractions. And more fractures in the old world, and means that it'll be easier for me when I eventually go and hit there.
What? For the
I wonder where we're going.
No mercy.
My cruelty knows no limits.
Okay.
Vicious dreadlord.
You can go via that wreckage.
Murderous.
Ever vengeful.
Noble blood!
Okay. Have they still got the army here? Yeah, you see, they're just leaving this army here and they're building up, so I do want to be aware of that. However, if I push up north, I can potentially distract them and pull them off. Marathi has leveled up, so let's keep pushing her spells. Negatives to leadership is always very good.
Lord of the Black Tower.
Okay, so his hag, Death Hag, has leveled up. Oh, yeah, still buffing up her weapon damage. Her weapon damage is getting quite nice now. It's not quite the same as that K-Knight Assassin. I'm beginning to think maybe those K-Knight Assassins, once buffed up, are far better, but we'll work that out when we get there.
Cruel and deadly.
right now, guys, I know I've got some income coming, but I want to be using that to upgrade my territory. So I'm going to do a little invasion. This is basically just to try and gain a foothold in the High Elves lands. It might even just end up being a bit of a raiding force down. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to land here, and I'm going to sack through their cities and just pull down the coast. Sacking through their cities to up my income, and then we'll meet up with Marathi, and we'll get kind of and we'll set up around here somewhere in a nice capital building with some walls, and then we'll use that to push out from. Of course, this might change. All plans change. No plan ever survives contact with the enemy, so this plan might well change. But that is my current strategy, and that will be to pull them off, you know, to burn my way down. So ideally I want here, or there. I mean, where I had Marathi in originally is probably going to be the best place, and then we'll use that as a marshalling ground to launch raids out from and launch forces out from. We'll keep our armies around there, which should give us a lot more strength because we can hold in one place. If I could take a gate, I'd take a gate actually, but I think that might be a little much. They're still just sitting up there raiding, which is so weird because they could probably take this army if they went for it.
Dreadlord of Nagaro. The thrill of
Nice,
battle
easy
awaits.
auto again.
Acknowledged at last.
This is doing well. This is helping my income these places actually, guys. So I'm not complaining too much.
Lord of Fear.
And it's leveling this lord up nicely. So we're going straight down Slaughter Lord, which is buffing up all of these guys. Okay, and this is another augment that helps buff up my guys. Wow, his missile damage is getting insane actually, so I'm beginning to think maybe having him as a straight missile lord is not a bad thing.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Black-hearted Dreadlord. Plotting a course.
Okay, and now it's time to sail.
Underway.
Druki,
So they will have definitely seen me
to the
now.
waves.
So they know I'm coming. We'll land here, we'll burn our way around, and we'll start burning our way around as per the plan. Now hopefully they'll pull a few armies up, but they know full well if they pull those armies up, Marathi is going to land as well and get that foothold back. And Marathi in that city with an army can hold that city against anything which is thrown at it. So that's not something I necessarily need to be worrying too much about. If I can get Marathi on there and into that city. So if they split their armies, they're making themselves weaker. However, I do need to be careful because they are very, very strong. You know, we might still end up doing a little, you know, being rebuffed here, but the plan is to cause some damage. Is to cause some damage and raid and get some income here, guys. So long as I can do that, that's not a bad thing. I also do want to buff up my Black Ark's army at some point. Because if we can make that Black Ark really powerful, with the army on it, that will massively help me in future campaigns. Right, they are not... Well, no, sorry, it's Telia at the moment, so we're waiting to see what Lothan's doing with these armies. I would actually quite like them to send them over here, because they send them over here. Marathi's army is very powerful, so can potentially deal with them. So long as I'm careful, so long as they don't come too much. I mean, their best bet would actually be to just slam up into my territory. You know, land both armies, lay siege here, which would be a difficult siege, and then push on, but... Okay, we have insurgents. The survivors of the infamous Harkalda rebellion have been found sheltering in the northern mountains. Your lord begs for the honour of leading an expedition to root out these traitors. So I can get experience, it costs me money, and it gets me a nice weapon. Send their souls to the Dark Prince. Oh, that's very good. That's far better. Why would I not go for that?
Speak. Setting out.
Oop.
Yes. Cast the rigging.
Yes. The
Okay, we're
ocean
keeping him a
awaits.
little bit away because they do have two big armies here. So I want to play a little carefully here, guys. God, they've got so many armies.
Lord of the Black Court. Tyrant.
The chopper's in my hand, so I can
None can stand in my way.
We're going to take the Frozen City and then we're going to offer them peace just to get them off my backs. I am going to have to start pumping out another army now, unfortunately, which I didn't really want to be doing at this point.
Hag sorceress of Grond.
The strong
That's going to be
rule
pushed
here.
out here.
Bloodshed becomes. What violent delights.
Okay, so that's the start for this army.
Master of cruelty.
Reload reduction is actually really good with these guys because it means they can just go. They can just shoot. So that's very beneficial. So I think I can take these armies. Shrine of Cain is dead next turn. I think they know they're dead next turn, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm just a little worried they're going to charge up and smash this little army here, which will put me in a tricky position. However, if they do that, they do that. You know, the Shrine of Cain is about to be ruined. I'm keeping an eye on these chaos because obviously they are worrying. No, so we're going to take the Frozen City up here and we're going to offer peace because that still gives us that little bit of a buffer. I'm not going to be stupid and leave my territory up there undefended, but we've severely reduced them. I only have a choice of auto-resolve. And it's a close victory actually, guys, so that's not bad. This is a complete and utter defeat, but that wasn't bad, guys. That actually, I can cope with that because I did a lot of damage to them. And I can smash this army now, and I can bring up my fleet to hit this guy. So that actually leaves the north open to me. Potentially, I don't know how much what the garrison of the Shrine of Cain is like, so we might have to wait hold a couple of turns. Now, Tor Anlek is probably my main aim now, because that is a capital I can dig into while I wait. So, while I wait and build up another army to come in. At the moment, guys, it's all about getting this foothold in Lothan. If I can get this foothold in Lothan, I am secure. If I can't get this foothold in Lothan, they are going to keep assaulting my shores. One's a buff, one's not. So we killed a few people in battle, and I lost a few people.
My cruelty knows no limits. Hey! Battle
That's a nice easy auto.
Leave nothing wrong.
And we're just going to sack here.
Vile plan.
You can head to cut them off. Now we can do a little bit extra recruitment.
I admire your darkness.
Right, we now have lots of spare income to build this army with. Unfortunately. I can't get the executioners, so I need to leave 4 spots for executioners, and that's 2 spots for the heroes.
The air is thick with murder.
My dark heart is yours. I can feel their power.
Okay, and I would also like to, can I recruit a K-Knight Assassin anywhere nearby? No. But again, leveling this guy up, I think I'll be able to get myself a K-Knight Assassin, so there's no rush on that.
Kill them. Disengage.
Nice, easy auto again.
I waited long enough.
Well, these cities were not particularly powerful. We're going to throw out a few more walls.
It's my madness. Come, forget him.
Oh, okay, in which case you're going to burn. We're going to push up to here next turn then. And then we're going to push along and smash him.
Malevolent law.
Okay, he is leveling up nicely. Okay, the mage is also leveled up. Go straight for this one. Give her a little buff.
Power.
This is my new one. Oh, it's quite a nice amount to start with. And end turn, guys. So we're not in a terrible position. We're still not in the best position in the world, guys. We're still in, you know, Ulthuan is still a big threat. I think I said I'm going to try and take the port here, and that's going to become my base of operations. You know, to start with, the aim is to try and get them to focus their forces on me there, while I menace them from the coasts as well. Because obviously, if I'm menacing them from my coasts, I can still drop into them occasionally. I am still technically more powerful than Ulthuan, but they've got some nice armies around the place, so we do still need to be careful. And here it comes. If they come with only one army, that's perfect. That's ideal there, what they're doing there, because that's getting him stuck. It means Malekith can come out and land here and land around here. I will work out if it's quicker for him to sail there or go round by coast, because he's got to get over a river, which does take you quite out of the way that way. But also that little army which is coming on its own, I can squidge with my 2 armies up there. Being on its own is actually, if they came with both, I'd be a bit more worried. Coming with just the one is not worrying at all. Oh, you want to offer a peace treaty now? Not a cat in hell's am I paying for a peace treaty. I can smash your army with my army up there quite easily. Straight up, plus loyalty. Eliminate Tyrion and I'll get a really nice sword. Right, this is something I'm being a bit remiss at, guys. I'm not actually equipping these guys with equipment, so I do need to keep paying attention to this. Oh, that's very nice. Oh, she's sword and crossbow though, so that's not as nice. So just straight plus armor. Straight weapon strength. And physical resistance. And let's throw some banners out. Well, that's not bad. Keeps loyalty up. That's very good. That's going to get put into Tyrion's army. Extra income. A fire damage banner. Sorry, that's getting moved up to this army actually because Tyrion doesn't have that buff. So not Tyrion. Tyrion, I'm calling Malekith Tyrion. Oh, that'd annoy him. Let's go down and look at Malekith. Okay, you, sir, are getting... Oh! Do I already have the... I've already got one of them, so that's not terrible. Casualties post... Hang on, was that a negative? No. Today, so you've got to go right around to actually get there. So, we're going to double time it to here. Which is dangerous to do, I do know, guys. You are going to start sailing in.
Such slaughter. A vile plan.
Alrighty.
Dark and noble.
So next turn we're going to have a lot more of these troops out. Let's have a look around and let's buff up some of my territories. Venom Glade has walls already. Let's buff up the slaves. Oh, I don't need them. I'm just checking, because a lot of places I've still got these and I don't necessarily need them, though there I do. I don't need walls up here. Okay. And this is my... Is this my new lord? Which lord is this?
Dark
Oh, this is
and
her.
noble warrior.
She's just got a basic army. Okay, guys, and we are going to end this one here. So, next turn, we're going to try and capture Tor Amlek, which we're going to hold. We're going to sack it, then we're going to take it to hold as a foot, and that's going to be a foothold to start with. We're going to smash this army when it lands. I might have to stop some recruitment here, but we'll bring our armies together and we'll crush this. This is a powerful army, though, so I do want to be a bit careful. And then afterwards, we'll build this one up and we'll look at getting a second invasion force in, because Malekith is a little lonely up here on his own, but I'm not massively worried about that. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I do know I've been not doing this one as much because I've been focusing on my other campaign for the time being. I am still going to be doing this one, but it is the other campaign is my main campaign at the moment, so you'll probably be getting less of these ones for the time being. Thank you very much for watching, guys.